Hello, 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 welcome, welcome. I keep saying that this is the transfer deadline day. You're welcome to transfer deadline day. And this is the 6 yard box. Has been very, very busy in the transfer window. Not many deals, not many big deals. Most of the deals are basically loan deals. And yeah, clubs have been really busy in this transfer deadline day. And yeah, I think one of the busiest clubs today, as we got 10 minutes more before the end of the window. And clubs have been really busy, especially Tottenham, Villa, City, um, which other clubs? City, and yeah, I think uh, Manchester United too. They've signed one player. Arsenal, I don't. According to the reports, I don't think they're going to do any business. Brentford as well, not going to do any business. But some of the main deals, it's been Tottenham has been a very busy day. It's been crazy at Tottenham because I think as a Tottenham fan, nobody's surprised about that. I think Tottenham just they do that at the last minute and they run around. So earlier on in the day, they were linked with the Sassi. That's the one I know of that they wanted to sign from Chelsea. Put an offer on the table, refused. He said he wanted to go. He didn't want to come to Tottenham. Tottenham left the deal, and then they were then later on in the day as well. I think it was earlier in the morning because I was checking my phone. I saw that Tottenham were backing for Matthias Tell from Bayern. He earlier on turned down Tottenham on Friday when deal was agreed with his club, Bayern, and it's because I watch fans they get too deep and too how am I gonna put it? They get too deep and too overhyped about this transfer thing. Like it's something that's like really really. How am I gonna put it? They get too Fans get too emotional about it. This is just business, man. This is like when clubs are signing players in the summer or in the transfer windows. It is just business. Basically, it's a transaction. Players are allowed to change their mind. Clubs are allowed to change their mind as well. So it's not like a matter of life and death. Like people saying, "Oh, why are you going back for a player? Why do you want to sign a player that don't want to come?" But at the end of the day, yeah, it is what it is. Sometimes people change their mind. He was thinking, oh, let me wait for bigger clubs to come for me. Let me wait for what do you call it? Let me wait for like an Arsenal or bigger club to come in for me. And then that's what he was trying to do. He was trying to wait for clubs to come in from him, and nobody came in. So yeah, he's got to keep his options open to the last minute, and that's the way transfer work. That's the way the transfer window. That's the way it should work. But fans, we get too wrapped up, and we get too all involved about it, and then we're thinking, why does it pick somebody? Why does it pick a club that you know? Why does it pick a different team compared to us? And for me, it just basically just stress, man. It's not a big deal. A player could decide to go to any club. For me, it's not a big deal. At the end of the day, that's what people do in life. You change your mind. So yeah, some of the deals are done. We're gonna start from Championship. Kelechi Iheanacho is on loan. Is going on loan to Middlesbrough from Seville. So that's one of the deal. Jeffrey Schlupp as well. He's moving to Celtic. He's been at Crystal Palace for a while. He's a good player actually, but you forget all these players after a while when they don't play regularly. But you forget that they're still playing, and that's what fans do. Fans, we only think about now. We only think about the players that's playing. Any player on the bench, we don't want to know. So it's a bit, they are human beings at the end of the day, although they get paid really well for it as well. But they are human beings at the end of the day, and we forget these players. Also, Burnley signed Marcus Edwards on loan from Sporting. Marcus Edwards, okay, that's a good signing. Marcus Edwards is a very good. He used to be at Tottenham. Burnley have signed him on loan. Derby signed Everton midfielder Harrison Armstrong on loan. Villa have been very busy today, incoming and outgoing, and his Matter Stell has passed his medical at Tottenham ahead of a loan move from Bayern with an option to buy. The option to buy is for 60 million euros. Apparently, let me go back to that story. Apparently, he was how am I gonna put it? Apparently, he didn't fancy Tottenham at all, and he was waiting for the bigger clubs to come in for him. But eventually, he decided that he was going to come to Tottenham eventually when nobody came in, and also apparently what's his name, had a word with him. Ange got on the phone and talked to him and basically convinced him to come to Tottenham. And sometimes that's what man, that's all it takes. Sometimes just a little bit of it happens in life as well. Sometimes you want to do something and you want to buy something, and somebody you speak to the salesperson and they convince they convert you to buy that thing, and that's what happened. So it's at Tottenham. It's at his medical now, and yeah, I think Tottenham we need a forward player. We got players coming off. Got a lot of injuries, and then talking about the Tottenham story, then there was a lot of there was the news breaking that what's his name was injured as well. Dragosin, we knew he was injured. We didn't know the extent of the injury. So he was apparently he's been ruled out for the end of the end of the season now, and yeah, Tottenham had to go back to that Disasi deal. A lot of Tottenham players don't want Disasi, which I understand because I've never seen him play. So I've watched Chelsea a couple of times, and players move on. They move to another club, and all of a sudden, they're pulling down trees. They're playing really, really, really well. For me, I would never judge a player until he actually comes to my club. That's the way I look at players until they come to my club and I see them. I'll never judge them. So yeah, it's a merry-go-round. Apparently, Tottenham are also putting bid for a Burnley player. Tottenham are looking for its defensive midfielder. Sorry, a centre back. But the main story today was Matthias Tell coming to Tottenham, and that one looks to be, looks to be what do you call it? Just looks to be over the line. It's going to be announced maybe before 12 or after 11. Other deals, Nico Gonzalez of Porto, he's having a medical for Man City. He's going to be coming in for Man City. Man City looking to, bring in a player in that midfield position to, maybe to replace Rodri. Rodri is going to be back later. Apparently, he's been named in their Champions League squad. Rodri. So yeah, they're just looking to bring him in. Bring Gonzalez in. I've never seen him play. He's going to be a good player. Manchester United also, concluded the deal for Goku, or is it Doku, the left back. I can't remember where they signed him for, but he's on his way to Manchester United. Basically, he signed today, and had his press stuff done today. Disasi on loan from Chelsea for 5 million to Villa. West Ham signed Ewan Ferguson as well. Today they lost against Chelsea 2-1 after scoring first. 2 minutes more to the end of the window, and yeah, that's what's happening really now. So I think the main deal we are waiting for is the Disasi, sorry, is the Tell deal for Tottenham, and I think it's a good bit of business from Tottenham. It's going to give Tottenham that electric pace that they need. I've never seen him play. I'm not going to lie. They say he can go past players and he can make the stuff happen, and Tottenham. That's what Tottenham are trying to get long term. So, let's see what else is coming in on the wire. Let's see. I don't think so it's been busy. City also Villa got in that winger from what do you call it? Villa got in um, uh, Asensio. You know Asensio, that big player for Real Madrid is at PSG now. He's been signed by Villa. Villa also signed Marcus Rashford yesterday. They've got the Sassy in. Villa have done a lot of business. They've done a lot of business, man. You know, Frank forward finalizing move to Tottenham. That's in the last 5 minutes. That's Master Tell. And they're saying why he wanted to join Tottenham. Blah blah blah. Yeah, they're talking about So Matthias Tell is the one that everybody's waiting for. That's the big one, really. So it's been busy day for Tottenham. They signed also Kevin Danso signed for Tottenham yesterday. I forgot to mention that one as well. That one was signed yesterday, and Tottenham really busy in the transfer window. Really busy in the transfer window. Uh, and it is. It's been a busy day for Tottenham, and if you're looking at it from last week, you wouldn't expect Tottenham to be this busy. You see, Manchester United, Manchester City just signed Nico Gonzalez, and that's City, man. That's City for you. That's how they do business. That's how they do. That's how they do business. They don't mess about City. They don't mess about. Signed him for 50 million. He was having his medical earlier today, and he was having his medical today in Portugal, and that's how big clubs move, man. They move. They move. When they move, they move. Uh, when they move, and it's done. It's done. It's done. It's done, man. It's done. It's done. And that's what happens. That's what happens in big clubs. That's why I like City, man. They go for a player, and and they go for a player. They go for a player, and then that's what they do. That's what big clubs do. And those are some of the big deals. But the big deal for today in terms of the cash, I think this one is a cash big deal. Gonzalez to City for a fee of around 50 million. That's just been confirmed on Sky. And that's a big signing. The window is closed because it's 11 o'clock. Window closed at 11. Let's see what's going to come out the from the windows because apparently they put in their deal sheets. As long as they put their deal sheets before 11, before the window closes, they can do all the other stuff like registration. Like as long as the deal sheet is like registration, everybody signs on it. Three parties signed, and they can do all the other stuff after. And I think the medical has to be done as well, and then they can do all the other stuff, all the other stuff after. I think so. Yeah, City have got their man contract until 2029. That's going to be another Rodri. Matthias still has passed medical at Tottenham ahead of a loan move from Bayern. Munich, and it looks like the Tottenham Matthias Tell is going to be announced very soon. So yeah, um, so yeah, it's just been announced now. Matthias Tel is done 40 to 50 million. No, 40 to 50 million euro? No, no, it's 50 million, 40 to 50 million euros. Celtic signed Jeffrey Schlupp on loan from Crystal Palace as well. I think I mentioned that earlier. Nico Gonzalez from Porto for 5 million. For no for what am I saying? For 50 million, 5 million. Are you crazy? For 50 million, that's the fee that Manchester City are paying. So that must be something that City are really proud about. That signing, Pep goes out and gets the players that he wants. He never messes about. And yeah, he's gone out and he's got his man. And and that's what big clubs do. PSV Eindhoven closing in on a deal to sign Manchester United left back Tyrell Malacia. Yeah, he came in with a lot of promise, but he's been injured as well. That's what we don't understand as fans. Players get injured, and before they come back, they have to go through rehabilitation, and when they come back as well, they don't quite get into the rhythm. And if the team is struggling, players are waiting on the bench to come in. Sheffield United signed defender Rob Holding from Crystal Palace on loan deal for the remainder of the season. So yeah, that's from Sky as well. Rob Holding used to be at uh, Arsenal. So Arsenal have done no deals. Let's just look at all these January signings and see. Let's go through like a rundown of who has got what. Um, let's see who has done what. Let's look at the done deals so far. Let's just go. Let's just check done deals, done deals, done deals. Let's see. Arsenal transfers in, out, no. Aston Villa in. Luis Barry, Stockport, recalled from loan. Donnell Malen, Borussia Dortmund for 20 million. Just going down all the clubs with their transfers. Andre Garcia, Levante, undisclosed. Marcus Rashford, Manchester United, loan. Marco Asensio, Paris Saint-Germain, loan. Out for Villa, John Duran, Nassar, Al Nassar, 64 million. That's the biggest. I think that's one of the biggest transfer fee in this window. I think that's the biggest deal this window. Louis Dobbin, Norwich loan. Jaden Philomene, Ipswich for 20 million. Diego Carlos, Fenerbahce 10 million. Luis Barry, all on loan. Emilio Bundura, Bayern Leverkusen loan. Costa Indikovic, RB Leipzig loan. Samuel Ealing Jr., Middlesbrough loan. These are players going out for Villa. Travis Patterson, MK Dons, Bournemouth transfers in. Bournemouth, who did they get in? Let's see where they're going. Let's see where they're going. Yeah, I think it's better to put this on the screen so I can just be reading it. Just be reading it. So I can share the screen. Am I allowed to share the screen? No, maybe I'm not. So okay, let me just read from the screen. I don't want to be sharing something and then copyright and all that kind of stuff. So in for Bournemouth, they got Matal Akimboni, Matai, or maybe it's Fatai, Matai Akimboni. I don't know, but DC United 1.5 million. Kai Grampton, Chelsea undisclosed. Julius Soler, From Lanús, 6.6 million. Daniel Jebison, Watford, recalled from loan. Saints, Silcott, Dubry, Chelsea, undisclosed. Ellie Junior, Crumpy, Leoren, undisclosed. Those are ins for Bournemouth. Out for Bournemouth, Lewis Brown is Salzburg on loan. Mark Travers on loan as well. I'm just going to go through a few of the outs. In for Brentford, Ellery Balcombe from St. Mirren, recalled from loan. Tristan Karen, Exeter, recalled from loan. Michael Coyote for internal loan, 13.5 million option to buy. Out Ashley A. I don't know who that is, to be honest. Brighton, I'm just going to do the ins now for all the clubs. Stefanos Sismas, Lauren Bog, undisclosed. Aaron Cashin, Derby, 9 million. Diego Gomez, Inter Miami, 11 million. Carl Rushworth, All City recall from loan. Kamari Dog, Exeter recall from loan. That's ins for Bournemouth. Chelsea, in for Chelsea, Aaron Anselmino from Boca Juniors, recalled from loan. Gabriel Solina, Burnley recalled from loan. Trevor Chalobah recalled from loan as well. Chelsea recalling people from loan. David Fofana also recalled from loan for Chelsea. Crystal Palace in Malcolm Ebiowe, Oxford United recalled from loan. Seems to be a lot of players being recalled from loan, to be honest. In for Everton, Tyler Oyango, Stockport recalled from loan. And they've got a couple of players out. Fulham in, Matty Dibley Diaz. I think you can see most of them are just loan deals. Most clubs are not signing anybody. Ipswich brought in Ben Godfrey, Atlanta loan. David Philomena, they got him from Aston Villa. Julio Ciso is gone to Brighton on loan. So you can see that most clubs are just doing loan deals, bringing recalling player Alex Palmer, West Brom 4 million, Leicester City in Oyo Koulibaly, Palmer 1.9 million, Brad Young at Liverpool, end of loan. Liverpool in, nobody comes in for Liverpool. Manchester United, Manchester City, they've signed a couple of players. They've Cherry River Plate 12.5 deal agreed in January 2024. Abdul Kadir Kostanov lends 33.5 million for City. Victor Reyes, Palmeiras 29.6 million also. Umar Mamouche 59 million from Frankfurt, and going out is Kyle Walker on loan. You can see Manchester United transfer in John Ugle, Wigan, we call from loan, Andre. And yeah, Matthias Tell is just been announced. It's been announced at the Tottenham training ground. Breaking news is he signed for Tottenham. Matthias Tell signed. Tottenham signed Matthias Tell on loan from Bayern Munich. So he's finally confirmed. Tottenham signed Matthias Tell from Bayern Munich. So that is the good news for Tottenham, and that is just been confirmed. We know this deal was going to be done already, and it's just been confirmed now on Sky that Matthias Tell has signed his contract on loan at Tottenham from Bayern Munich with an option to buy, and yeah. And yeah, it's a good it's a good deal for Tottenham, that's for sure. They get to look at him. He gets to look at Tottenham. If he likes Tottenham, I can see people complaining about about I can see people complaining about, oh yeah, they should put in this option to buy. I think that's what was holding up the deal, and eventually Tottenham finally put that clause in, with the option to buy, for 50 million pounds, which it's not bad, for Tottenham. We got, what's his name, for 50 million as well. Uh, Brennan Johnson. So good deal for Tottenham, no doubt. Let's go through the other outs, for Manchester. Manchester United, they got Patrick Doku in at, 30 million. They signed for 30 million. They saw Aiden Evan from Arsenal as well. Out, Anthony is the biggest one that's gone out for Manchester United. Newcastle, nobody out. There's a couple of players. Isaac Aiden, Portsmouth loan. Charlie Otto, Carlisle loan. Alex Murphy, Bolton loan. Lloyd Kelly, Juventus. Yeah, I saw that on Sky. Uh, Nottingham Forest in. When NSC free. Esakba Osong record from loan. Tyler Brendan, being done. Reading undisclosed. Out, a couple of players leaving there. Out, James Ward-Prowse, he goes back to West Ham. Luis O'Brien, Swansea, Don Tyler. Yeah, that's it. Southampton transfers in. Wellington, Sao Paulo undisclosed. Joachim Sander from Valenciennes. I don't know the name. I can't pronounce that. Albert, Grombeck from Rennes on loan. Zach Awe, Accrington end of loan. Only right, yeah, loan out for Southampton. Tottenham in. Antonin Kinski, they got him in very early, 12.5 million from Slavia Prague. Min Young Yang, they got him in July from Gewang FC. The Scarlet, they call him back from loan. Kevin Downso, Lens on loan. They've not put, Matthias Tel there yet because it's just been announced. Breaking news: Tottenham have signed Matthias Tel finally after a lot of merry-go-round and, talking to the player as well. So yeah, good signing for Tottenham. Emmanuel Agbado rents 16.6 million for Wolves. They booked the medical with Kevin Danso, but Kevin Danso decides that he was not going to Wolves, and he came to Tottenham. West Ham in. Evan Ferguson, they got one player in. James Ward-Prowse called from the Forest loan. Maxwell Corner, he goes out to Genoa. Wolves, Emmanuel Agbado from Rennes, 16.6 million. Lucas Condley goes out. Millwall undisclosed. Tawanda Shirewa also on loan. And those are the done deals this transfer window. The window is closed, to be honest. Breaking news, is Tottenham. Breaking news also: Crystal Palace signed Chelsea's Ben Chilwell on loan. Biggest news for the day. Biggest news for the day is, I think, is Tottenham signing Matthias Tel from Bayern on loan after all that merry-go-round. On loan, 50 million option to buy. Manchester City signed Nico Gonzalez from Porto for 50 million. He was said to be having his medical at Porto around in the evening. So they got that deal done as well. Rashford signing for Villa. Villa also got the Sassy last minute deal before the window closes. Villa made a lot of signing. They signed Asensio, Marcos Asensio, also from Paris Saint Germain. Who else? There's a lot of deals, a lot of good deals. You got to bring players in. I know sometimes it's difficult in the summer, but you got to do what you got to do. I think Tottenham are pushing a position whereby they had to sign players because of the injuries. They wanted to get a defender in, they couldn't. The decides to go to Villa. They needed bodies. and Tottenham they got Matthias Tel, and which was a deal I agreed with the club on Friday. So yeah, Fulham agreed deal in principle to resign Willian on a free transfer. So Willian is going back to Fulham on a free transfer. That comes out of the Blues. But the window is closed. We're done for the 5 minutes. That's the really headline news. Tottenham signed Matthias Tel eventually after he turned down the move on Friday. He was spoken to by by uh, by Postecoglou, and yeah, they decided to fly him in and had his medical, and yeah, put in the option to buy. Apparently, the player did not want that option to buy because he wanted to stay at Bayern, wanted to play for Tottenham on loan and go back to his parent club. But Tottenham, no, and at the word, and yeah, if that shows sometimes it's not about money. Sometimes you just need some players need convincing, and when you talk to people, they can feel what you're saying sometimes, which can be, you can't replicate that over in the paper, or the club can pass that message over to a player. But when it speaks to the man, even a chairman of a team, a chairman of a club can pass that information to a player. It's gonna come from the manager, and the manager can pass the feeling that I really want you, and this is what you're gonna do for me, and we can make we can both make history, and the player decides, okay, well, I'll go now. So kudos to Ange. That's a good man management skill that not many managers have. So yeah, that's how we're gonna wrap it up. Tottenham getting their man eventually, Matthias Tel joining on loan from Bayern. Thank you for watching. Those are the main headlines for today in the transfer window. 2024, 25. Are we in 2025 or 2024, 25? I'm mixing up my dates. I'm tired. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to the channel if you're watching for the first time. That is another transfer window done. I'll see you in summer for the next one. There's going to be a lot of after what do you call it, review of the window as well. I'm going to do something about the review of the window. Watch out for all about 90 minutes. About 90 minutes. Talking about the game between Tottenham and Brentford over the weekend. I've not really had time to sit to do that. And then we're going to be looking at the review the weekend's fixtures of the week just gone, and also we'll be previewing the Carabao Cup semi-finals between Arsenal, Newcastle, Tottenham, and Liverpool as well. So yeah, look out for that. Thanks for watching. Stay safe. God bless. And yeah, I'll see you next time.